Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordam. We are back for some more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous in Last Azlanti. We are in Martyr Zacharias' cemetery for Sosiel's quest here. And we had just arrived at an area which is kind of guarded by a bunch of enemies. But supposedly there is a way to kind of go around this. So I will try to do just that.
I appreciate
if I still remember how to do it. I think it's over here, okay.
Move aside.
So, is there anything over there, by the way?
Reason to pause.
No. Okay. Let's go over here. I think I should have enough athletics for this. To not have to worry, but not quite. Ooh, we are almost leveling up. I would say just giving myself guidance should be enough here.
I managed it.
Good. Rolled a 19. Not necessary to roll that high, but I will accept.
Make way.
We have some loots.
This one was beyond
come on,
me.
it's 95%. She rolled a 1.
I am helpful, am I
Okay.
not?
Athletics 15 DC. It's kind of weird to me that to climb a ladder you need 15 athletics. It's not that difficult to climb a ladder, people. Come on.
Well, it's done now.
Okay. And this will actually place us right at the final confrontation here. So, for this one, I will want to buff up, as this can be a very rough fight. So, let's do our... this is done, actually. Let's go for the important buffs. Okay, good.
I will not be trifled with.
And we can even go for buff short, which I don't think I have any. Yeah, I don't. So the only thing remaining is...
You can trust me.
Wait, who cast this? Did Sosiel cast it? Maybe. Okay, yeah, Sosiel cast it. I was like, I think I only had one, but that makes sense. We have remove fear, we have our defenses. I'm gonna go for an extended haste here, which will be very, very nice. And let's jump in. Now, Sosiel I am kind of concerned about because he doesn't have a lot of defenses here. I'm actually gonna put him in fighting defensively. He's not gonna hit much, but as long as he's safer, I am
I don't
happy.
need anyone's
We do
sympathy.
this. And let's see what's ahead. I actually thought this would be a hostile encounter right straight away, but I guess not. So, if we go this way, we actually kind of flank the main enemies here. If you go through the front door, you have to face everything out here and then also be in a less advantageous position for you. Oh, you also leveled up. I'm gonna keep the level ups for after the fight, I feel. Since we are all really buffed up, I just want to go for the fight.
How
Do
much
I want to
longer,
leave some
I
people
wonder?
upstairs? Might not be a bad idea. I could just send in my front line,
Now what?
like this. This is the end of your blasphemous magic. I won't let you harm the living or the dead anymore. It doesn't make a difference, everybody is over there, which sucks. Do you think I need your permission? Hey, you bone bags, stand up and kill. Bunch of enemies.
Save the last one for me.
And here we are. So, this fight is kind of messed up because there are a lot of enemies in the region. And we are not necessarily in the best position, as you can see. We have a couple of archers here. We have some zombie lords. We have some more zombie lords. Some more archers. More zombie lords. And more zombie lords and archers. So, this is an annoying and not particularly easy fight. Let me see how I'm gonna spread this out. I'm gonna have Sela probably go for this guy. I'm gonna have Mr. Poppers try and take the attention of this zombie lord here. I will probably try and take the attention of these enemies in front.
I'll split you in half.
Camellia, you are gonna summon some animate dead to try and clump up the arena here. Darren will very likely do the same thing. And Cordampini is gonna go for, guess what? You guessed it, selective grease in this area. Okay. Let's see how bad this is gonna go. And in the meantime, Sosiel, I would prefer if you didn't go into melee because you are gonna die very quickly. I'm gonna go and cast spells. I'm gonna use I'm gonna hold position with him, and I will just go for something like prayer and then possibly injure the enemies with channel positive energy, or heal up our friends as well with channeling. He is taking some hits already. Your AC should be quite low actually, right? 16, yeah, not gonna bother with this too much. I could also make use of my summon Azatas here, but I think I prefer the animate dead for right now at least. Mr. Poppers taking the attention of these guys, go for him instead. Okay, we have some fodder to keep them occupied from Darren. Back up. Who took a bunch of damage? Ah, the archer. Attack of opportunity, bitch. Yes. We have some skeletons to help out. I'm gonna summon my Azatas here also. Camellia is about to summon her skeletons as well. I am thinking of maybe swapping the position for this. Can I drag it? No. Let me actually place it here. I think it's gonna be better because they're kind of funneling this way. Or even like this. Try and catch that guy also. Yeah, like this. Okay, so Darren, you have a job. Camellia, you have a job. Sosiel, you are still waiting to cast. I think we're fine. Okay, he's about to die. Okay, Grease hit everything. Perfect. So I hate that we are so clumped up. I move over there. What else do I have over here? Nothing that's gonna help me out too much. So I will just help out with damage on somebody. Toss out some magic missiles over there because why not? We have additional skeletons over here. Good. What else do I want from you? I suppose just shoot people. So just try and clear out the back line.
I'll cut you wide open.
Would help out a bit. And once we are done, we can start channeling energy. So prayer went out. Good. Let's start injuring the enemies here. And I feel like I no longer need my Azatas. Or have I summoned them already? Yeah, I think I did. There she is. Lundazata. Let's go then for this. To injure the enemies as well. I am gonna position my character over here because I want to kill these archers quickly.
Smear them.
Okay. Good, very good. You don't need to go over there, Sela. Let's maybe have you in the middle of the fight. I think Mr. Poppers can deal with this. Yeah, he can.
Go.
Oh. It's the Lilindazata casting the Sonic Burst. Lady, that doesn't really help me if you stun my own people, okay? Sosiel, go fight.
Fiend.
And I think now I can just send him into melee. We have enough fodder here to to not worry too much about this. I'm even gonna charge these archers over here in the back line. Yes. Okay, yeah. So, my summon is actually stunning my own people. As you can see here, Mr. Big Bird is stunned.
Into the fray!
That doesn't help, lady. God damn you. She's just stunning everybody. And done. I surrender! Stop! I give up! Don't hit me! The young man in black robes throws his hands up in a dramatic gesture. You damned rat! How dare you! Suddenly, Sosiel becomes a totally different person. The artist's delicate hands clench into fists while his voice comes out as a menacing roar. He leaps at the necromancer and breaks his nose with a single blow. You scumbag! I remember you! You came to our temple begging for healing just a month ago. We fed you. We shared our table with you and took you in. Then you... I don't even know what I'm gonna do with you. Smack, smack. Stop it, I surrender, you're... Sosiel ignores the necromancer's cries of pain, punching him right in the teeth. The necromancer spits blood but continues, fighting past the wild blows to his increasingly bruised and busted face. You are a priest of Shellen. I've surrendered, so you have to spare my life. Your goddess demands it. Do you two know each other? Smack. Smack. We do. That's Narty, a tailor's apprentice from Canabres. We healed him after he was mauled by a dog, then he became a frequent visitor to our temple. He listened attentively to our sermons, studied the goddess's teachings, and praised our art. Sosiel grits his teeth. Were you lying to our faces the whole time? When we took you in? When you sat at our table? When we broke bread with you? Were you planning to stab us in the back in Verden? The whole time. Now you understand part of it. Let's dig into the rest. The cultist curves his bloody lips into an evil sneer. I was hoping to lure you to our side. It wouldn't have been hard. We are everywhere, even inside you. I think you know it too. You are not like all those pious devotees. You pretended to be, and maybe you fooled yourself, but we both see who you really are. You have that same demonic rage inside you. It's a pity I never had time to kindle it with a devouring flame, but sometimes you have to resort to a backup plan. Having you die at the hands of your dead friends was such a good idea. It's a pity it didn't work. Shut up! Sosiel swings his fist but stops in midair. His clenched fist trembles as he stares at the cultist with an expression of pure hatred. You want to kill me right now, don't you? But you can't. You're a good boy, Sosiel. So loyal to your goddess, you'll have to let me go or commit a sin. So I win either way. Witness the genius of our Lord Baphomet. Haha. Is he telling the truth? Your religion doesn't allow you to kill him? Yes, the Eternal Rose is known for her grace. She teaches us to show mercy to anyone who asks for it. It's one thing to slay an enemy in battle, but a captive, you must try to save their soul, to show them the beauty of the world. Persuade them to abandon the path of evil. It is difficult, but the world is better for it. I'm just repeating your own sermons back to you. Come on, Sosiel, try to make me repent my sins. Perhaps your kind words will make me abandon Baphomet's teachings, run to Shellen for redemption, and start knitting some masterpieces of my own. The cultist smirks impudently. Do you really believe that even this scum deserves a chance at redemption? I don't know. May Shellen forgive me, but I have never had to struggle with this burden before. He looks at the cultist with visible disgust. I had no time to try healing the souls of villains. I was always preoccupied with healing the bodies of those hurt by them. The cleric looks up to the sky. Forgive me, Eternal Rose. You teach us to be merciful to our enemies and love them, but I am too weak, I'm afraid. Grant me absolution from this sin, for this kind of love is beyond me. Let me just check if there's some kind of negative effect by picking one of these options, because if not, I'm just gonna say kill the guy. And I am back. So yeah, apparently there is no consequence for any of these choices besides alignment shifts. What? This skeleton fell down holding his bow. I love it. So yeah, don't listen to his lies, he deserves death. It would be justice to kill him on the spot. Sosiel looks at his bloodied hands in disgust and pushes the battered cultist away. No, there is no justice in killing him right now. It would be a simple act of revenge. I had absolutely no idea there was so much rage in me. It's a shame, a disgrace, but I must admit that I enjoyed beating him. Forgive me for letting you see me like this. It should never have happened. Sosiel wipes the necromancer's blood off his knuckles and steps away from him. You are the commander and he is your captive. It's up to you to decide his fate. I surrender. Here, take everything I've got. Just don't kill me. The cultist turns out his pockets. Scroll of hold person. That's not gonna work out. What do you think I should do to him? Sosiel stares at the cultist, then through clenched teeth others. I have no right to decide whether he should live or die. You are in charge here. Well, thanks for not helping, dude. Then I condemn him to death. His sentence will be carried out immediately. No, please, listen, You silence the necromancer forever with a single well-aimed blow. I care not for necromancers. Sosiel bows his head. May the goddess forgive him, for I will not. He looks at you. Thank you for taking this sin upon yourself. Sosiel examines the devastated graveyard, then diverts his attention to the terrified townspeople. It's alright, you're safe now. We should bury the bodies again. This is a place of peace and we must not leave it desecrated like this. The townsfolk are clearly terrified of even looking at the fallen undead, but Sosiel's soft words reassure them. As they work together, the graveyard soon regains its tranquil appearance. After a prayer, Sosiel bows his head before the graves of his friends for the last time. May the eternal rose grant them peace at last. Let's be on our way. We have many more innocents to protect from the horrors of this war. Okay, so we are basically done with this quest. Let me just see if... Yep, I think it is complete. I want to reference something here that I saw on the wiki. The wiki says, if you have completed the inevitable excess, with killing inevitable darkness, then there will be a rift reward on the northwestern corner of the map. And the reward would be, and I think it's kind of a little bit too much, a flawless ring of protection +7 if you killed at least on normal plus difficulty, and the ring of evasion as extra if killed on unfair difficulty. So this is true for various locations in the game. You will have certain places where you get additional items if you have completed the DLCs. I am not playing with any of that because on the one hand I think that I don't want to go here, I want to go over there. On the one hand I think that those items are a little bit too powerful, like for example a ring of protection +7 at this stage in the game. It's way too much, right? What I have currently is +1, so it doesn't make too much sense for me. And also because I don't really like the DLCs and I've never really bothered with those campaigns. Now, I want to see if the skeletons here went away. Yeah, they went away. So I suppose, technically, if you want to get more experience, we should kill the enemies here before going the alternate route and dealing with the necromancer. But I wanted to show off the alternate route, so that's what we did. Let's loot the place. I can just take everything, and then if I get over encumbered, we can just drop it. Nothing too fancy, sadly. And I believe this is all, right? Or is there something hidden here? No. Okay. Checking every corner. Looks good. Let's leave. Why aren't you mounted?
Rely on me.
I think because you got stunned. Okay, so we are leaving behind... I guess we can take them. Doesn't matter too much. Now, since Martyr Zacharias' cemetery is not like on the way to something else, like the Houndheart campsite, I'm just gonna go back to the camp and sell our stuff. So we aren't running around over encumbered. And I will probably also look into the level ups here. Yeah, so now we are heavily encumbered because our buffs wore off.
Follow me.
Let's
Or
just
don't.
go to the blacksmith and dump all of our crap. So yeah, 5,000 gold just out of regular items, or I guess some masterwork items are being the bulk of the gold here. But other than that, I will keep everything else. Alright.
Move aside.
And given that we have reached level 7, I am gonna pause the video here. I am gonna look at the level ups and then come back and do the level ups for everybody else. I'll be right back. And I am back. Okay, so let's go over our level ups here. Most of them are gonna be quite simple. My level up actually has a few steps, but nothing too major. I'm gonna keep on going for Dragon Disciple, because as I mentioned, I want these 4 levels as quickly as possible. We're gonna get a Dragon Bite on this level, so another attack. We're gonna get a boost to our strength of +2, and we are gonna continue progressing in our arcane spellcasting. So, for my skill points, I still want athletics by maximum 1. I kinda wanna probably make my main character my persuasion guy, because at some point I feel like Darren is gonna go out of the party. I'm actually not entirely sure how exactly my party is gonna look like. It's always something I have some trouble with. But yeah, I don't need any more Arcana. I don't need more mobility. I could drop this and focus on something like Trickery. But because right now Persuasion, Sela has some of it, Sosiel, Darren, even Ember has a bit. Okay, I guess I'm gonna try and focus on Trickery then, instead of going for Persuasion right now. Because like I mentioned, if at some point Camellia goes out of the party, I want to have somebody capable of dealing with Trickery checks. But we'll see. Skill points are always something that it's never too clear what I want to do. Level 7 is the level for Outflank. At this point, pretty much everybody can take Outflank. So I'm gonna take it on my main character, I'm gonna take it on Sela, my animal companions if possible, to just make everybody have this, having more attack bonus and triggering more attacks as well every time we crit. For our arcane spellcasting, we're gonna continue with our sorcerer spellcasting, naturally, and then we also get a bloodline feat selection. So here, depending on how you build your character, you could have skipped power attack over here, because arguably power attack doesn't do all that much early on. I still like it, but it's not mandatory, right? So if you didn't take it here, you could actually take it from your bloodline feat selection, which is useful if you want to save one of your generic feats. But since I always like to take blind fight as well to keep myself safer, I'm gonna take blind fight over here. Next up, another spell to choose from. I will take True Strike. Even though I won't be using this right now, there is nothing else here that I really could use at this point, so I'll just go for True Strike. Or actually, no, yeah, True Strike. And then, for level 2 spells, a very good choice, like I mentioned, would be something like Animal Aspect if you wanted to proc Master Shapeshifter on this character, which I don't have, so I'm not going to take this right now. So instead, I am going to go for an additional defense here. So most of these spells I don't really care too much about, with the exception of Sense Vitals. But this one scales with levels, I'm going to save for later, and it also lasts a round per level, so not too long. So I am going to take something more defensive here in the form of Blur, which can also be applied to my friends to keep them extra safe. Level up done, so we can see here, +2 strength, 1 dragon bite, outflank, blind fight, and then for spells, True Strike and Blur. Next up, we go for Lan, might as well. He isn't in the party right now, but it's an easy level up, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep on putting all points in Crusader as I've mentioned before. You can have Law Religion and also some stealth here. And then we can pick Boon Companion, because since we are reaching level 4 in our Cleric, we now get an Animal Companion, because I gave him Impossible Domain Animal. And as such, we also get the Boon Companion feat here. So I will take this one so that our pet gets up to our level. For the Animal Companion, again, you can pick whatever you like. I tend to like the doggies because they are very good at tripping the enemies. So I'll go for one more riding dog here. And this is done. As for doggy, you guessed it, bully, mobility, perception, pretty much all the same thing. I know it's not very diverse, but it works for me. So, name. You know what? I am going to use one of my channel member names, I guess. It's gonna be Timmy. Even though your avatar is a cat, you are gonna be a doggy. I hope you don't mind. So Timmy is gonna be my other animal companion here. Bully with trip, bull rush, all that good stuff, and the feat is dodge. We can also continue leveling him up before we forget. So bully, same deal as always. Keep on going. I'm gonna go for Die Hard as well. Same deal. To facilitate things, I just put 1 point into intelligence here. And now I could even go for something different if I wanted to. I guess you can have stealth, why not? Take stealth and perception. He doesn't need any more mobility than 3 for fighting defensively, so it is fine this way. We are gonna go for improved round strike. And that's all you get for right now. So since we have some Zen Archer levels, he doesn't go up all the way, sadly, but it will still be useful. Moving up to our Brownford Transmuter, we're gonna go for Dimensional Slide. Like I mentioned, there's a bunch of exploits here, but nothing here really stands out to me as something that I would particularly be interested in. Yeah, you can have Force Strike, but this is kind of like a magic missile. So yeah, no. I'll go for Dimensional Slide. It might help with movement. So I'll take this one over here. We're gonna go for our usual stuff. So Knowledge Arcana, Knowledge Worlds, and then Perception and use Magic Device. Sounds good, because I'm no longer... These points here were a mistake. For the feats, I could start going into Spell Penetration, which is never a bad thing, but I'm actually going to prepare for the future here, and I will take something different. I'm going to take Skill Focus in Knowledge World. Now, this may seem like an odd choice, but the reason why I'm doing this, and it could be anything, but I want World because it's one of our skills here. The reason for this is, if you want to go into the Lore Master Prestige class, you need to have one of the following features. Either Skill Focus in Knowledge Arcana or Skill Focus Knowledge World. All of the other prerequisites are done, which in this case was the ability to cast level 3 spells. So we're gonna go for this, and I actually shouldn't have clicked it, because now I have to go over this all over again. It's fine. Dimensional Slide. What was I doing? Like this. Yeah. So yeah, for the feats, I was saying that it could be anything. Not true. You have to pick between one of these. Knowledge Worlds. And then for our level 3 spells, I mean, you could pick any level of spells, but I'm gonna go for the higher level spells here. I'm gonna be taking Magic Weapon Greater. And the other one, what was it that I had decided on? There's nothing here too interesting right now. If I had a lot of spell slots, I would probably pick Heroism. But since I don't, I am gonna go for something else. I could go for Displacement, it's never bad. I could just take animal aspect for the future also. Actually, you know what? Let me see what scrolls I can purchase around here, because that will also play a role into my spell selection. I believe the only guy selling scrolls is in the field medic. But does he sell arcane scrolls is the question.
Make way.
I'm not sure that he does. No, I just want scrolls. Okay. Okay, he also sells arcane scrolls. So, let me see. Animal aspect. He does not have animal aspect. Okay, so that's one motivation to go for that. Cat's Grace. I do want one of these, actually. Okay, so he doesn't have animal aspect, so I'm actually going to pick that one right now. I won't use it at this point in time, but might as well just have it with me. So let's go back over here and pick you, BFT. Third time we're doing this. And skill focus on world. I'm going for world instead of arcana because I feel like there are more interactions with world. And for the spells, I'm going to be taking my magic weapon greater and animal aspect here. Done. Next up, we go for Darren. Oracle. No, not these two. Law, religion, persuasion, and I guess you can take one of these. Now, for the feats, I want to check something here. I don't think this matters, but let me just check. My feat here is going to be greater spell penetration, and then my revelation on level 7 here. Since I gave him an additional mystery in nature, I can now pick an animal companion. So again, animal companion is very useful. I'm going to take one, and I will go for a wolfie. In terms of spell selection, I suppose I can take command here, because why not? In terms of level 2, I will go for... I need to check how this works, actually. Will negate, but if I could apply staggered on anybody, it would be useful. I'll have to investigate this a little bit more. But for right now, I'm just going to take a line weapon. We can just use this to align our weapons to be good or lawful or whatever we need to bypass damage reduction. And in level 3, I'm going to take Archon's Aura. Okay. Actually, just to check. Now that I picked Animal Companion, will Boon Companion become available? No, still not. In any case, I don't think it matters because I believe the Oracle or the Animal Companion on the Oracle progresses the entire way. And we're going to find out right now. So, Bully, Mobility, Perception, you know the deal, Dodge, Wolfie, and complete. Level him up, Mobility, Perception, keep on going. Let's go for Die Hard. Same as always. For you... do I care about anything else? My main character has this, so I think I'm okay with that. Could go for stealth, no point. Trickery! Take mobility. It's fine. Improved Drum Strike. Yeah, so full level progression with the Oracle. And level 7, I could go for Crane style here, I believe. Yes, I could. But I think I'm gonna go for Outflank. I think it's so good that I'm gonna skip this defensive feat for right now. Or do I just still go for it? It's never an easy thing to pick. I think it's worth it. I'm gonna take Outflank here. And done. Next up, Camellia. This one will be easy, don't worry. So Trickery, Perception, and then for the feat we go for Rapid Shot. We can now take this, so we will. So Point Blank Shot, Precise Shot, Rapid Shot. I was even considering, while I was looking at the level ups, taking the extra Hex. Just to get my chant, because I have been missing it for quite a bit. But hopefully, when we level up again, I can take it here and keep on going. So yeah, Rapid Shot, we get level 4 spells. Awesome. I can also level up Sosiel because it will be a very easy level up, even if I don't take him with me right now. Boon Companion, we can now get this. Get our Animal Companion to our level. And level 4 spells. And then we have Sela here, which is gonna have level 5 Paladin, a very important level up. Perception, Persuasion, and... I can never really tell what I want here. It's always a problem. I feel like I don't need you to look at Trickery. So just take Magic Device, is what I'm thinking. Yeah. For the feat, you guessed it, Outflank. And here at level 5 on a Paladin you can pick between either having a Animal Companion or a Divine Weapon Bond. The Divine Weapon Bond seems cool. I'll actually look into this because I haven't tried this in a long time. As a standard action, she can call upon the aid of a Celestial Spirit for 1 minute per Paladin level. At 5th level, the Spirit grants the weapon a +1 enhancement bonus. For every T levels beyond 5th, the weapon gains another enhancement to a maximum of +6 at level 20. These bonuses can be added to the weapon, stacking with existing weapon bonuses to a maximum of +5. Alternatively, you can also add the following properties. So keen, axiomatic, all this good stuff you can add, which is pretty cool, but in my opinion it never makes up for the fact, it never compensates the loss of an Animal Companion. So we already have one. We're just going to say continue the progression, so that our Animal Companion will continue leveling up with us as we level up in Paladin. Close this over here. So very simple, just taking Outflank. Mr. Big Bird should also have leveled up. Thank you. Level 7, Mobility, Perception. And you know what's coming, Outflank. So all of a sudden we're gonna have 4 people, our entire front line has Outflank. Very, very good. I'm thinking about possibly starting to take Cord and Pina with me. Or even just maybe going back to Lan instead of going for Sosiel. But I do like the fact that Sosiel has a higher level pet. That is something to consider. Mr. Poppers. I actually did not level him up completely. Why didn't I level you up? I don't know. Mobility, Perception. Mobility, Perception. And you have Die Hard, Improved Unarmed Strike. And Outflank. Now, something I'm also wondering about, I do believe that at level 7 the Animal Companion grows larger. I was kind of looking into where I could see this. I'm not finding it, but let's see. So this is done, outflank, done, complete. Yeah, they do grow larger. So now, if things work the way I'm thinking with level 7, we can now actually mount Mr. Puppers here and make Sosiel a whole lot safer when in combat. Let me just do something here. And I'm back. Alright, so I'm not gonna go through the level ups of more people here, because I think I'm gonna continue with the ones I have currently available and not have to bother too much with that. Let's check out our spells also. So Lan has some more spells. I guess I can give him something like Remove Fear. Or even Magic Fang for his pet. And in terms of level 2, we can take Bull Strength, also for the pet. My BFT, one additional level 1 spell. What do I want to take here? Magic Missile, Shield. I could take Hurricane Bow, but this is only personal for now, so I can't give it to anybody else. This is never a bad thing, to be honest. Being able to run faster. Or you can also take Mage Armor. Yeah, take that. And over here... I know what I want. I want you to learn Cat's Grace. Why am I blind? Here. Cat's Grace. There we go. So. I can also get Cat's Grace now. For level 2. And for level 3, I'm gonna take Stinking Cloud. Because since we took Corruptor, I want to start messing around with this. Dayton casts spontaneously. Camellia, an additional level 1 spell for you. I don't even need this, I don't think. It's never bad to have more Unbreakable Hearts. Okay, let's go like this. Level 2, we're good like this as well. I will need more bark skins soon, but I think I have other plans for who's actually going to be casting them. Level 3, I will keep it like this. And for level 4, what we have? We have Torn Body, which doesn't matter too much for how we're using her. Divine Power is awesome, but it's only a round per level, and I typically forget to use it. I could go for False Life Greater. Keep her a little bit safer with some more temporary HP. Or I can also just take Magic Weapon Greater to buff somebody up. I think I'm gonna go for this. And maybe give it to myself. We'll see. Sosiel, if you come with me, let's have Magical Fang here. You can take maybe an additional command. Although I don't see that working for you, but that's fine. Level 2, I still like what I have here. Level 3, I like what I have as well. So level 4, I'm gonna go for Protection from Energy Communal, which is very important. And then, there are a lot of very good things here. Level 4 in Clerics has a lot of very good stuff. You have Magic Weapon Greater, you have Freedom of Movement, you have Death Ward, and you have Crusader's Edge. All of this is very, very good. I am thinking about... On the immediate side of things, I probably can make more use out of Freedom of Movement to keep myself safe. I think it's better than the alternatives. I think I'll just take this then. And see how that will work. Sela, you also get an additional level 1 spell. I'm guessing Divine Favor is going to be your best choice. I typically like Challenge Evil in concept, but it never really works for me. I can still try it again. If not, if I see that this isn't working, I'll just swap for Unbreakable Heart or Divine Favor. Or even Bless Weapon. Alrighty, so, done with this. Next objective will likely be to check out our Crusade. And I suppose I'm gonna take Sosiel with me instead of Lance right now, because we have the better doggy on Sosiel. And some more spells also. Though Lan would still be a good choice, honestly. I am kind of overlapping some functions here between Sosiel and Dayton, but they're always nice to have, so I'll keep with them. I can now move again. I could go for this demon army over here. I also want to join my friends. I also picked up some horsemen. So let me see, these guys can run all the way over there. One thing to keep in mind though is if you are merging armies, the movement you will have after merging is always the least amount of movement between the two armies. So we'll see over here, this one has 40, this one has 40. If I move up to that one, I'm gonna have 37. So if I merge, I only have 37 now as well. So keep that in mind when you are merging, because it might mess up your plans to kind of advance. I suppose I can come over here before I go for this thing. No. Damn it. Okay, go like this. The usual business. Shoot the flies. Shoot the flies. Guess I'll soften them up a bit. And at this point, given the amount of damage they will take, I can just turn on auto battle. And done. No casualties because, again, our bar over here did not get full. We got some finance points. I think maybe we leveled up level 2? No. We got 1000 finance points. Okay. Let's not go over here. This is a bit much. We're gonna go up. And deal with, I suppose, this demon army over here, which is not too tough. I do think these enemies channel negative energy, which is kind of sucky. I want to try and kind of kill them quickly, let's say. Okay, 8 went down. High morale, additional action. Just finish those guys off. You can just hold position, you can just hold position. Let me aim for these guys here. Okay, we can start. You can actually wait here. Let them move up. And now we can just kill them. Or even maybe go for you. No. Yeah, just auto battle. And done. A Crusader unit advancing north encountered the cultist band and eliminated it. The servants of the Abyss had been transporting prisoners of war to Dresden. The remains of the garrison from Villareth Ford, which had been captured by the demons... captured by the demons. Exhausted and wounded, the warriors adamantly refused to depart for the relative safety of Canabres and instead asked to join the commander's forces. Cool. A squad of Crusaders was caught in a sudden storm from the west. It lasted only a few minutes, but the unnatural lightning made up of electricity, flames, acid and ice left several soldiers dead. The ease with which the forces of nature brutally claimed the lives of our comrades has demoralized the Crusaders. Damn it. And since we defeated one of those tower thingies, our camp has actually been relocated over to this area. So the outpost of Villareth Fort, which straddles the West Talon crossing and is of strategic importance, has been taken. The cultists are destroyed and the commander's army is able to operate on both sides of the river. So the one downside for this is that the camp does relocate, which means you can no longer access the camp where you were before. Right now it's not a big issue, but it could have been depending on how you were planning your stuff. So yeah, your military camp has moved to different locations. You progress through the story, completing one city of the Crusade after another. Your camp will occasionally relocate along the road, ever closer to Dresden. Alright, we also leveled up. So when you level up, what happens is you get new abilities for your general here. In this case, we have Cause Fear, to reduce the morale of an enemy. We have Shield of Faith, granting AC to somebody for 3 rounds. We have Bless, giving everybody in the army +1 bonus to attack for 3 rounds, also dispelling Bane. And we have Bane, which applies a penalty to the enemies for 3 rounds. Out of all of these, I think the best ones are going to be Shield of Faith or Bless. If you plan on having a very sturdy unit in the front line trying to keep the attention of the enemies, putting this on them is going to be a good thing. But I think I prefer having something that affects the entire army. So I'm going to go for Bless here. Now, what of the people we were told about? 5 more scouts. I am kind of worried if you are gonna go in that direction. No, we're fine, okay. So you can go over there. We can merge the army because I'm not planning on moving anymore, I think. I can actually kill this one. Yeah, let them flee. Accept. And as you can see, even if you let them flee and you don't fight, you still get the rewards. Okay, this is done. And I suppose I can start moving my army further north to take out these armies here. Nothing too difficult that I can see. Alright. So, no. Move up as far as you can. And let's merge you. And I can also merge the riders because I can just merge these two as well. I have 4 slots, so it would be footmen, the cavaliers, archers, and rangers. Alright, so no more movement points, which means we can skip a day or we can move back to our party here, which is what I'm going to do. And we're probably going to go for the Houndheart campsite. This is Sila's quest. We have Sila in the party, so I think it's good to do this right now. We are fatigued, and not only that, but we are also out of spells. And we also have our new spells to play with. So we're gonna rest over here before we go into the Houndheart campsite. Let's do that. We can do auto-assign people, protective rituals, camouflage. Are you the best person for camouflage, for real? That is kind of sucky. I'm gonna put you over there then, to help out. Okay. You don't... I mean, you can get this going. Sure, that's fine. Begin resting.
I cannot help but think... And the little...
Okay. And we are going to end our episode here, my friends. So, in the next episode, we're going to start fresh on the Houndheart campsite, take care of that, and then we're going to start moving north and take a rest probably in our new camp over here. After resting, we also got our movement points back, so I'll probably even start by just clearing out everything I can while I have movement points in my army, and then move back to our actual party. With that, my friends, I want to thank you all for being here with me in the channel, watching some Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Questions, suggestions, anything at all, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more, many more videos coming out soon. And I also hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, stay safe, everyone.